now. She was here. But nobody's over there to check here. Yep, if we get to 10,000 likes, we're going to do our giveaway. So go ahead and like away, everybody. So does anybody have questions? Okay. Thanks, Ashley, for letting me know. I appreciate that. There we go. Okay. He might just get wrapped up in here. All right, Ashley's back. Okay, I'll look at them here. Discord, or no, you would have done it on the backup. Sorry. Let's go look. Ooh. I like that. So is that, can I show? Oh, you got it though. Are these the Gorgonia in the center of those, or what is in the center? Hi, Geraldine. I like having that around there, and I haven't bought any more of those cages like. You got your ties. There's one. Oh, okay. I know which one. It's the rainbow non-magnetic hematite. Cool. This is like, these little beads are cool to look at. Let me tell you, they are really cool, but they are small. And I've never thought I had old eyes until I got these beads in. These are like a 2mm size bead. And trying to get them separated has not been easy for my eyesight. As long as I have good light, it's all right. But once it starts getting in the shadow, then I'm like, oh boy. And then I have to stop for a moment and be like, okay, I can do it. Hey, we have to buy beads beads for ourselves too. Trust me. I keep, I didn't, and I know I haven't done a lot of the jewelry stuff lately, which kind of bums me out at times because I'm like, I love doing it. So that's why I was like thinking about doing the jewelry event on Friday when I asked about Saturday, because I was like, do we do that or what? But then we talked about it and I'm like, I could do both. We'll just keep them low key. Hi, Rose. What is a chaotic? What's that? I'm like, what? I don't know that I've heard of that. I'm going to bring my account back up so I can see the comments. For your grades, what size or how old are your grades? Oh, okay. So if somebody made one, let's find out who it is because I want to hear it or hear about it. Oh, you're looking for this size beads for your littles? Okay. I got it. Oh, just mixed beads? Oh, Izzy, that'd be fun. No pattern. There we go. Got one more out. See, I would have a hard time with that. You do? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Deneen, for the follow. I'm so symmetrical, I would have a hard time. Oh, I hope you had fun at gymnastics. I'm going to do finished pieces on Friday. Some of my finished ones. How about next week? Because I want to start doing something, and so I need some time to create. How about, I know Ashley's doing this at night, where she gets on with some friends and they just have creative time and they all go on there. Ooh, I hope you got it finally at the end there. So how about if we put some time on the calendar next week where we can just be down, facing down, and we can create together here. I haven't been able to figure out how to do it on the Zoom and get it out to everybody as a link. I know I said some words I'm not supposed to say, but we'll do it. We'll do a couple hours next week with that because I want to spend some time next week doing some creative stuff. So I'll put it on the calendar. And we can just talk and create, and it'll be pointed down, not on my face, and have time to do that. I like that idea. Next week. It might not be Monday though, because Buttercup does not have school. Hi, Nikki. You can hear now, I'm hoping. Buttercup has a half a day tomorrow, no school on Friday, and no school on Monday. And so I am not going to do it on, I'm not going to do it on Monday, but we'll do it throughout the week next week. Because with the way things are and not trying to constantly every day, it is their spring break. It's spring break for them. They always have a long weekend in March at her school. And then they will have the Good Friday and the Monday following Easter. They always have that holiday too, a long weekend there. It used to be when my kids went to school there, they would have like half a day Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then the Friday after, and then a longer Christmas break, and then these 2 breaks, and then at the end of the school year. That was it. That was all the holidays. Well, now things have changed. The teachers have changed, and they take a lot more days off during the school year than they used to. So yeah. So we will have her home, and it's just easier not to do longer lives when I have her during the day, because sometimes she just wants Oma. Sometimes she just wants her friends. We all know that. She'll just come in here randomly. So, but like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday or Friday, we'll get some, I'll put some time on where we can just do that. Oma is grandma in German and in Dutch. And so Buttercup is my granddaughter. And so she calls my husband Opa, which is grandpa, and me Oma. Haha. I might be able to get something going here with this one. Maybe. Oh, geez, you have a lot more languages than me. So yeah, so she is... That's what she calls us. That's what, she had so many grandmas that we had to come up with different ways to call them. When she was born, she had, I got to think about this now. She's a very lucky little girl. She had 3, 4, 5, 6 grandmas when she was born. I am cutting apart strands that we're going to have up for grabs on Friday. This is the colors. There's pink, yellow, and then it goes into like a green and a blue. And they're all tied together. And I'm taking them apart and putting them in their separate bags. That's what I'm working on while we're talking. So yeah, we'll have different colors. I don't know how many of them I will get done, but we have an all blue. And then we have this color of green and tealy or aqua color. We have a purple and a blue with some pink. Are these the same? Nope, these are a little bit different. One's a little bit darker. I'm going to show you here because one's darker and one's a lighter of the two. Very similar. Yeah. We have, this one just reminds me of Miami colors, or the Hurricanes, a football team for college. And then we have pinks and yellows and orange. I don't know that I'm going to get all of those ready for Friday, but we are, I will have some of them, and I have some of them already downstairs ready. No, these are just glass. They are not zircon. I do have some cubic zircon. Ooh, Jiminy, Patty, you stay safe. I do have some zircon that are, I have to get those ready. I was going to put them in half strands. So I had them and I put them somewhere and I don't know where I put them is the problem. And once I get those ready, I'm going to half them because I put them somewhere so that I could have half strands. And as soon as I can find where I've looked for them the last 3 weeks and I haven't found them yet. I put them somewhere safe. I'm joking at myself because I'm like, I don't normally do that, but on a couple of things I've done that. And I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, really safe. And we'll be using some of these colors tomorrow when we do our 2 o'clock tutorial. We're going to use the smaller ones here, and then we will also use the some 4mm size. Hey, one time I went on a vacation and I didn't want to take all of my credit cards with me. So I put them up and I hid them so that in case somebody came into the house while I was gone, if they wouldn't find them. I seriously could not find them when I got back. I hid them so well that I ended up having to cancel them and get reissued. Only to when I moved like 2 years later, I finally found them. I'm like, I hid them that well. I love that, Nordic Luna. Yep, and that's what I did with those cubic zirconia. I was like, when I did that with those, I was like, are you kidding me? Seriously? Because I didn't want to have them reissued. And I'm like, ugh. Yep. We're working on that. So. Here we go. We almost got these 20 done. Each color has 20 strands. The examples that I showed you all that we made up, I used this color is what we used for those. And that's what these turn into, is this one. It doesn't always look like that. I was like, wow, that's a little bit different. But it all just depends on where you get them. I've done that too, Gladys. I have done that. So now I try to keep it down to like very few hiding spots for those. But I forgot about, I used one of our vehicles this year, and Ryan found it after Christmas. And I was like, oh, it's Candy. We just got to give it to her. Yeah, some of these colors are really cool. These are from that warehouse that I was telling you all about that is in the United States that is closing down. This is what I got in on Monday. And so we'll do part of them this week and probably part of them next week and getting these ready, just to let y'all know. I don't think we're going to have all the colors ready, and that's okay. Because I have like, there's 2, 4, 6, 7 here, and I think there's another 7 downstairs. So I don't want to have all of our colors this week, or all of our glass be small beads. So we'll probably split it up into 2 weeks. So what are some of the projects you guys are working on right now? Well, that's okay. It happens. There you go. I am going to grab a baggie to put all those in. And also, are we at almost 10K, everybody, on TikTok? Let's see. We're at 4.7. Hello? Is it Melanique? Is that how you pronounce it? Let me know if I pronounce that right or wrong. Oh, no, Geraldine. Oh, good. I got it. Thank you. Yay. Yes, you can cry at that, Geraldine. Flat Dr. Pepper is not good. I do not like flat Dr. Pepper either. But you guys will be proud of me. I have really decreased the amount of Dr. Pepper that I drink. We'll see if I can continue with that. We're going to work on this one next. Okay, that makes sense. Yep, we don't allow Buttercup to have it. She's the same age as you. So she is not allowed to have TikTok. Hey, this one's first one out went really easy. Woohoo! There we go. We got some of those started. So just to let you guys know, you know, when you have, and I could only catch part of Zulie's live earlier about having this as a small business. Yay, awesome, Nordic Luna. I'm glad. I'm glad you're creating, because you have been organizing so much. I am so happy to hear you're creating. But one of the things, I wish I could have listened to it, but we were at a meeting thing with Buttercup, so I couldn't listen to all of it. But so I don't know what all of it was about. So if someone was on there and listening to it, you can speak up here. But one of the things I thought about as a business is that I really, with doing what I'm doing, I have to think about that this is my business a lot of times. It's easy to be like, well, this is fun, you know, da 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 da. But I have to also remember I have to have the profit to be able to do this and keep going on it. And so there are things that I'm going to, you know, I have to think about, and like, how can I continuously market? And so one of the things we talked about is that I would be going live on other social medias to help promote what I have. Yep, no after dark for me. And so, you know, I have been going live after we've done the bead events onto YouTube. I want to do it also for another platform. I don't know if it's the right platform or not. I'm still looking into it, but I want to try to grow it to see what would happen. And that is Epic. And so I'm learning another platform while we're doing this. So sometimes I'm over there watching people and doing things over there too. And it's just all about constantly finding different avenues to be able to do what we're doing here. So when you see the schedule that I'm going to put out on Sunday, you're going to see different times for different things. And it's not that I'm leaving any one of them. I just feel like I have to do more, if that makes sense. Because I can't let this grow stagnant and not grow. So, and not everybody wants to be on all of the different platforms. So I totally understand that. Does Buttercup want what? And you know the jewelry, the business. Me after dark is like, oh boy. You know, I don't know. She isn't me. I know that sounds, she, you know, she's just like any other little girl that looks up to her grandma, you know, but I don't know that she wants the business per se, or does she want to do her own? She's talked about, you know, doing different things. And so I don't know that it's a yes, but the other day she was doing some stuff with and making bracelets. And she was just like, you know, you do influence me. And it's the truth. We influence the littles in our lives. But she's seen what I've done, and if I could teach her how to do her own, I would 100%, because that is where my degree is at, is in running business. So that's, if I could help her out. We've talked about that. But she at one point wanted to be a veterinarian. I don't know if she still wants to be that, because she doesn't want to hurt animals. And sometimes when you have to do surgery, that hurts them. Not intentionally to fix them, it hurts. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate that. Ah, see, that's just perfect. Thank you, Lolly, for the heart me. Yep. So I'm sharing my love of what I do with her, and she is doing her own thing, but she is a jewelry girl through and through. So that set that she took last night, she wore it to school today. She picked out an outfit that it would go with. Yep. She thinks she wants to work at a zoo and take care of the animals, but I don't know that she wants to be a zookeeper, or not a zookeeper, but a vet anymore. So yeah. But she loves animals, as you guys can tell. She hardly has any babies. She's really never had like dolls. She's always had stuffies, and she names them all. We have to buy accessories for them all. I mean, if you guys... See, I've not watched that. We don't watch a lot of TV. That is cool, Lolly. Yep. And that's what happened is when she found out that, you know, sometimes you have to have the sad side. Yeah. So she's looking into I love it. See, she always has at least a necklace on. She has rings, she has earrings, bracelets. She's got the gamut. These tied together, so I'm gonna do it this way. So yep, so she is very, very much a jewelry girl. She actually wears more jewelry than I do. Hey, we're getting close to 10K, everybody. We're gonna hit it yet tonight. I'm so excited. I have to go get more stickers though, so I can write on there. And Geraldine, I'm going to send you your code, okay? I was gonna do it earlier, but I got interrupted when I went to do it. I emailed it, but the email didn't work. So I'm gonna send it to you in a DM here on TikTok, okay? Oh, this one's easy. Yay. Okay. Lulu, you crack me up. Oh. I was going to say, Lulu, do you want me to send yours out tomorrow? Or do you want to wait through the weekend? Just let me know. You only cheat at Monopoly. Okay, it doesn't matter to me. It is sitting there ready. I can wait though. How about coral? Okay. Oh, geez. Nope, that was not the color. Nordic Luna asked for a color. I'm thinking she's making stuff. So she said, give me a color. So I gave her coral. But let me say, it is 10K. So let me put the color in. It's not going to be coral, everybody. All right, we're going to do it here. Hold on. Thinking. I got to think hard. There we go. I got a color in there. The clue is going to be, this could be the color of a roof. Oh, someone got it spelt right. There we go. Geraldine, hey, I'll give you a new code. There you go. So congratulations, she gets terracotta. So Geraldine, I will add 5 creative credits to your code and get that to you. I'll send it right after this. So yay, congratulations. I was like, there's a space in it. You're so close. And then it came back and I'm like, okay, good. She got it. I love doing the creating in a group because then you can sit here and just like talk about colors, or you can talk and then all of a sudden things start hitting. And sometimes you just socialize instead of creating, which is fine. So yeah. It has been a while since I've had all the ladies that I used to have come to the house and create. Does anybody have any in-person events coming up? And doing anything fun with those? Ah, I was doing so good. And then we get to the last 3 and they are really, really tight. There, they are starting to open up. Let's get you. There we go. Yay, I think I got them. I was going to say, when I did in-person events, I did one in March all the time. And then I did usually 1 or 2 in April. And I never did any in May because of Mother's Day and graduations. It was just too hard. So I didn't know if that's still. Yep, that's why I stopped doing them, is for the loading and unloading and setting up. I loved being able to see people in person. I can't. It wasn't fun to load and unload and just feel that pressure of like getting everything set up. I don't want pressure. There, that'll work. All right. Now I'm going to grab another bag. I got 2 of these done. Woohoo! We'll see if Ryan's still up. I might work on some more tonight. I've taken Ryan to have me help set up too. The last few that I did, he did come with me to help me do that. And then he would come down, because it was a 3-day, or you would set up on Friday, and then we would either stay in that town, and then he would drive home and go to work doing mail on Saturday, and then come back and get me Saturday night. Or we would go home Friday night, and then I'd drive back on Saturday, back and forth by myself. And then on Sunday, he would come to help me take it down. So yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, and it wasn't, I love spending time. I loved the time that we had when we did it, with the whole family being together and doing it as a family, and just having time with the kids. And now that we don't have them around, yeah, I could take Buttercup, but I don't know that she would want to be there by herself, because we always had at least 2 kids, so they could be together and go swimming and do stuff like that. We'd always turn it into a weekend and have fun. And now we don't have them. They grew up. Just kind of stinks when your kids grow up, but they need to. But I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I did not sleep very well last night. So I'm at a point where I am going to hop off and probably go to bed. If Ryan's in bed, I'm going. If not, I'll do another color and then we'll go to bed. So I'll be working on these. And then tomorrow we will be back at 2 o'clock. We're just going to do the one live today, or tomorrow, the one live tomorrow, so that I can get some more rest. We're going to do these earrings tomorrow. We're going to do them with different size beads, so you can see how that these can turn out differently with the different sizes. So yep, you need more corals. That's one thing I have a hard time stocking, is corals. Really, truly. So, but everybody, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I had fun tonight. So we will see you at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Bye, everybody.